Bear with us, Illinois fans. This is somehow the last recap that we're doing at the end of the weekend. I don't know why. You guys would be priority 1A for me if I could pick and choose, but somehow our entire team of recappers waited for the very final moment to do Illinois, Tennessee. This was the most enjoyable game to watch for me of the weekend. I thought it was a really high level game. I thought Tennessee just was really great down the stretch, but I think you saw a lot of great moments for Illinois in this game. Ultimately, they lose 86-79. We got Carter Elliott here. Good to see him back in the recaps. By the way, if you're wondering why we're doing this so late or why we seem a little disheveled, it's because we just recorded a Juwan Howard Rumors recap that took 45 minutes and then Carter's Michigan State recap that took 45 minutes. So we're both a little in our feels for this one. Please excuse us if we're a little off our A game. But Cart, I know you love this Illinois team. You and I got to watch this game in person together yesterday. What was your largest takeaway from this game?
I had a couple takeaways, but I think that my largest one is one. This was a high level game, kind of to the point that you made. Like, this was a game against two really good basketball teams. I think that Tennessee, just optics wise, needed this game a little bit more. The things kind of laid out for them to get back on track in this one. They have a couple losses. They return home. They play a good Illinois team. It was a really good opportunity for them to win this basketball game. And it was a back and forth game for most of the game. Kind of teams switching the lead, going back and forth, all while not getting good games from, the likes of Marcus Damask and Terrence Shannon, which, I look at it as they were in a game with a really good basketball team while not getting good games from Terrence Shannon and Marcus Damask. I don't truly think that's going to happen very many times during the season. But credit to Tennessee. I mean, you got a great Dalton Connect game. You got good games out of Vescovi. You got good game. I mean, honestly, everybody I thought played really well on Tennessee. So I think it was just a classic case of two really good teams going up against each other, and the better team that day won. Like, I don't know if I'm really hanging my head if I'm an Illinois fan whatsoever.
Yeah, this is
I'm not moral victoring it. Don't ever
yeah,
don't ever let me do that. I'm not.
uh,
The,
nah,
the better team won the game. The better team that day won the game.
yeah.
It's not a moral
I
victory.
mean, yeah,
All right, stop yanning me.
yeah. It's it seemed a little moral victory-y from you there. That's why I'm yaying you so hard.
Well, that's
But
why I had to. That's why I had to come in and say it's not moral victory.
yeah, I can do this all night. You got to realize, like, I'm going nowhere at this point. Here's the hard part for me. I predicted Illinois would win this game. I predicted Illinois would win this game because I predicted that Terrence Shannon would get the better of Dalton Connect. In the end, I don't think either of them bettered each other. I think they were essentially equal impacts on the game. Terrence Shannon, 22 points in 37 minutes. Dalton Connect, 21 points in 28 minutes. Connect is an offensive superstar.
Maestro.
He's just, I don't know that there's two better offensive players in the country than him. Like, it's Zach Edey, and then it's, I don't know who. He's that good.
Yeah.
I think Dalton Connect is going to have a very long NBA career, not guarding anybody, but being a burst of offense off the bench. Like, you could put him on the Denver Nuggets right now. I think he'd make an impact.
Yeah.
Terrence Shannon is a much more complete player, and I expected him to get the better of Connect in this game. It didn't really happen. I got to be honest. I thought this was a really poor Terrence Shannon game.
Yeah. But okay, I'm gonna let you go. But also, wasn't it just Terrence Shannon missing?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
He missed shots that he has hit all season. He just missed.
Totally agree. I think it was almost unforced that he was, and look, that not to say unforced, because Tennessee's defense is great.
Yeah.
But I think Terrence Shannon, if you played this game 10 times and he takes the same shots he took in this game 10 times, I think we saw basically the worst possible outcome for him. And a little bit of that is luck. And he was still good. Like, he went 11 for 11 from the free throw line in this game. You're never going to have a bad game when you make 11 free throws and don't miss one.
Yeah.
But I do think, like,
Tough day from the field.
Terrence, for lack of a better word, Cart, I'm sorry to I don't know. This might be a little spicy with Illinois fans, but for lack of a better word, he's a little bit one-dimensional. Maybe a lot of bit one-dimensional. Like he's not going to impact the game passing. He's not going to impact the game. Like some games he rebounds, but he's never going to pull down 11 rebounds. Like he's not really rebounding this year. He's really just like he's getting downhill and scoring at the rim, or he's hitting his step back jab three. That's it.
Mhm.
And that's enough because he downhill, he is the most unstoppable physical force in the sport. And the sport includes Zach Edey. That's an unstoppable physical force in a generational perspective. And Terrence Shannon downhill in transition is still more unstoppable than Zach, because I've seen Zach Edey miss hook shots. I've never seen Terrence Shannon miss a downhill dunk. Like I've never seen it, but it's a little bit one trick pony to me.
Mhm.
And I think we saw that in this game where the game bogged down in the half court. Terrence didn't really impact the game the way he needed to in the half court. And I know we've talked about point guard a ton. They don't have a point guard. They're not going to have a point guard. And tonight, you saw Damask bring the ball up a lot. I thought Damask really struggled in this game, partially because he really wore down trying to bring the ball up against Tennessee's pressure, and he wasn't ready for it. So I don't know. I think I still feel good about Illinois. I still think they're like a top 10 to 15 team in the country. I'm still picking them to make the second weekend for the first time ever. But I think wholeheartedly they could have won this game. Like when they're sitting there up 5 in the second half, this game was there for the taking. This game was not like a Tennessee played perfect and there was no chance.
Mhm.
This was a Tennessee could have lost this game to Illinois, but Illinois dropped the ball in spots I wish they wouldn't have dropped the ball in.
Yeah. All right. So a couple things to this. I think part of what makes Terrence Shannon so good for this team, and I think you brought this up, but I kind of want to just make this point. A lot of guys that come back in Terrence Shannon's position come back with a mindset of, I want to show NBA teams what I can do that they haven't seen. I don't want Terrence Shannon passing the ball. I get the rebounding. I hear you there. But honestly, I don't really want Terrence Shannon to show me like his passing acumen or anything like that, because I think that'll lead to not good things. I think that he should just continue to do, if your one trick is that great, I think he just continue to do that one trick. I'm not really looking for him to do something. But that also points to the other point that you made. It would be nice to have some type of table setting guard with Damask and Terrence Shannon to take that burden off of them. And I think there can actually be ways that this can be like coached around. Like it doesn't necessarily have to be a guard. I think there can maybe be some things with Illinois as far as like Coleman being the initiator of the offense, if it's like top of the key stuff, to maybe take a little bit of pressure off of somebody. Or I'll never ever not mention Justin Harmon. I know people don't like that concept, but I truly believe that there will be a point this season where he's going to be the answer at point guard. Um, but I think that you don't want Terrence Shannon being like some trying to be some distributor or something like that. And also like these guys had a pretty high intensity, high output game against Florida Atlantic. So maybe they did wear down at the end of this game against a very physical team in Tennessee, which, by the way, I never really noticed how much I hate watching games against Tennessee because it just becomes foul fest. Those dudes foul like a lot.
They foul a lot. Yeah, they do.
They
Yep.
foul they foul a real lot. And it's kind of good because it I think it prevents teams from getting in rhythms.
Yeah, it almost feels like it's by design from Tennessee,
Yeah.
right?
They're
Like
like they're like we got numbers, we got every guy's 5 fouls, like fuck it, let's get physical.
yeah, they got depth, they got guys that are never gonna be they're never gonna be out physical. Not a Dane game. 4 minutes in this game. You okay with that?
No, absolutely not. I'll never be okay when Dane doesn't play that many minutes.
Not a Dre game. 1 minute in this game. You okay with that?
Do you want the first actually okay. I know the answer to this, and what I would say, I would want the first moments to be like, see what Dre Gibbs Lawhorn can do in a high intensity, high game like this against good opponents. Do you want it to be that type of game?
I would have given Dre one real shift. More than 1 minute. I would have given him a 4-minute shift.
Right.
And at the moment Dre turns the ball over without having done anything good, he's yanked.
Yeah,
But
true.
until that happens, I would have
In that situation, Monday morning quarterback backseat coaching, you see that Damascus struggling. You see that Terrence Shannon honestly was struggling for a really good amount of the game. He turned it on late, got to the free throw line, but like he was at one point like 2 for 10 from the field, 1 for 10. Like he was struggling. If you talk about the depth and the guys that can play on Illinois, it might have been worth it to give him a quick shift or a shot and see what he can do. If at anything you get a guy a break. And I don't think the game would blow open having Dre Gibbs Lawhorn in the game for a little bit, or anybody else for that matter.
I think that's fair. Sorry, I'm distracted because I'm currently getting tweeted by the Marion Catholic Spartans men's basketball team. Can I respond to this live on the show, on the recap right now?
What do they tweet you?
So I tweeted, this is a Michigan State tweet. Sorry, Illinois fan. I tweeted, I would have been in the portal yesterday if I'm the McDonald's All-American collecting DNPs on a 4-5 team for a coach threatening to play his son. Pretty proud of that tweet, by the way. Great tweet by me. Marion Catholic Spartans men basketball. I have no idea who that is. Quote tweeted me and said, "That's why you're not a McDonald's All-American."
Wait, what's the name of the high school?
Marion Catholic Spartans.
I think that's where Xavier Booker. Wait, no, he went to Cathedral.
I need somebody to look up who's the Marion Catholic Spartans.
Wait, can you send me the tweet?
I mean, I'm trying to Google who the Marion Catholic Spartans are right now, but yeah, I can. Sorry, Illinois fans, but we have to get to the bottom of this.
I'm just saying. I mean, we have to.
I just sent it to you.
Thank you.
I mean, that's a great, but I have to cook them. Like I have to cook them.
Yeah, you had to. Marion Cat Chicago. Oh, this is Chicago. I know this. This is they're pretty
who
good.
are they?
They're a pretty good high school team.
Like who they got? Like help me out here. I gotta respond.
I mean, who's the most famous like Marion Catholic person? I'm trying to think. They're a good high school. Why is this slipping my mind?
I don't know. I would love it if it didn't slip your mind right now. I really need you.
Okay, I'm going through their Twitter right now, and they're retweeting like Jim Caparani, like Michigan State stuff. So it's like, I don't know. Sorry, I'm not giving you more right now. I'm really letting you down.
I'm looking Marion Catholic player TJ Parham.
Who?
This might be current players. I don't know. Aaron Eulis.
Oh, okay. I knew I seen his Marion.
Oh yeah, we got Tyler Eulis, Aaron Eulis, TJ Parham, John Oliver, Quentin Jones, Jeremiah Jones, Elijah Jones, a lot of Joneses. These people don't have enough. They don't have enough to go at me like that.
Yeah, actually, we're not accepting that.
Yeah, I just hit him with a nice simple reply. No quote tweet, just simple reply. Social media manager going off tonight. Okay. All right. Back to Illinois. Sorry, Illinois fans.
I mean, it's Illinois high school that tweeted you. Kind of fitting.
Yeah, it's on brand. So I had this thought. I think I said this last Illinois game, and I looked stupid at the end of it. But Illinois feels most dangerous to me when Luke Goody is on the floor. And he's not often on the floor. Like he plays a good amount of minutes. He plays like 20-ish minutes. He played 23 minutes in this game off the bench. And he's very one-dimensional, don't get me wrong. But what I like about Luke Goody is he goes in, he rebounds, man. Like he had 7 rebounds in this game. He had the most defensive rebounds of any player on this team was Luke Goody. And that's not gifted rebounding shit. He just wants it more than everybody else. And on a team that doesn't have a true point guard and doesn't have a true center, I'll take the 45% shooter who busts his ass for rebounds in more minutes than I will some of the guys that are on the court in big minutes for this team.
And how tall is Luke Goody?
6'7" is what he's listed at.
Okay. Just a quick check. I feel like we have 2 players in the Big Ten. I need Doug's height. I need Luke Goody's height every episode that we do. So just quick check in.
Doug's 4'10". So
God damn, Doug went under 5 feet. Yeah, I think that it's honestly, I don't know. I feel bad because I think you're putting like the moral victory thing on me and the hitting with the ant, but I I don't really know if there's like a negative that concerns me greatly at this point. Maybe something I'm gonna peep moving forward, but I don't know if there's something about this game that's just like, oh, sound the alarm. What they did against the other team, like what they've done so far this season is fraudulent. I'm off the Illini bandwagon, or I'm off the Illini train. Like I still feel the same way I did before the basketball game.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's fine. Like I'm not leaving this game terrified of Illinois. I think this is the second best team in the Big Ten. It's not close. Like worst case scenario, Illinois finishes second in the Big Ten. They're a top 20 team. We move from there. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think it bodes well when Quincy Guerrier is your best offensive player, though.
Yeah, strategy moving forward. Damask or Shannon can have a bad game, can't be the same one.
Can't be the same one. Yeah.
Cannot be the same one. They need to make sure that doesn't happen moving forward.
No. And our boy Craig Bowers, Boilers in the Stands, who I don't think Illinois fans are in love with Craig Bowers these days. Craig Bowers was in Toronto preparing to cover the Purdue-Alabama game, and he made sure to get a couple DMs into me with the box score. He couldn't watch the game, but he had the box score. And Damask was like 0 for 5, or I think he was 1 for 5 to start the game. And he made sure to get a good text to me in of Damask struggling with some speed, some athleticism, some physicality. I was like, my dog, you're not watching the game. Like, I thought Damask was just missing shots to start the game. He struggled as the game went on, but I don't know. I don't come away with that like super concerned for Marcus. I just think he needs to play better.
Yeah. Just make some shots.
Very similar to Lance Jones for Purdue. Maybe just play better.
Oh, you talking about Lance Jones' worst plus minus of the game?
Second, TKR, but
sorry.
TKR would look crazy on Illinois, by the way.
TKR would look crazy on Michigan State.
Who?
Sorry.
It's okay. What'd you say?
Hey. Hey, altercations are not the answer.
Sleepers Media, subscribe. We'll be here for game recaps and previews all season long.
You're shaped like John Sanderson. What the?